Hi everybody, it's Tommy Jo from Bird Street Studio, and I'm back working on our journals, which I don't have a name for yet. I film ahead, so if you've put something down in the comments, I haven't seen that yet. But I've been thinking about these, and I realized that I didn't want to include three of these in this journal. These are individual signatures. So I thought what I would do is, since we made this last time to go in our back belly band, and I had made this one thinking that I was going to put it in this one. And I decided not to. I think that I want to put something different in each belly band. So I'm going to take this one and put it in my idea book, or maybe use it for a future journal. But I wanted to come on and make something else for these. So I got looking through my, we have a puppy in here. I got looking through my bin of Roxy's weekly challenges that I've done, and I found this. This was called Easy Accordion Ephemera Pocket, and it was from week 12. And I thought, oh my gosh, that would be so cool to tuck in the back of one of these. You could put it this way. Get rid of all my little papers. But wouldn't that be cute? So it's so easy to make. So let me show you what that is. Take my little Post-it note off. Basically, it's made out of craft paper, and you have a tab on it, and it has two little pockets right here, like an accordion. Like people call them ephemera holders or something. But you can put tags, you can put pieces of paper, whatever you want in there, photos, and it just tucks in. And I thought how cute that would be to make for the back of one of our journals. So I had this paper picked out. Okay, so this one, we're going to have the envelope in the back. So I'll put that one aside. But I had paper picked out for this one here. Let me get in. Because I thought it would match pretty good with the papers that we already used. So I thought that would be really cute. We could collage and use these papers for this. So that's what we're going to do. So I'll show you how easy this is to make. These craft papers come in like when you get something shipped, and if they're perforated, I cut them, I tear them at the perf and kind of straighten them out, and that's what I use. If they're not perforated, I will cut them down into size or whatever. So I have a lot of these. So basically, what it is, and they'll end up being all different sizes, because depending on what the sheet size is. So I'm going to fold this over, and you want it to overlap, kind of like you were making a coin envelope. So kind of like this. Okay. Let me see if I have it folded kind of straight here. Okay. What I want to do is put a line of glue right here, okay, and then a line of glue right here, and that way when you cross them, when you fold them over, this one will catch here and this one will catch here. So we won't have a gap that's going to catch in there. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm using my art glitter glue, and I'm just going to put a line of glue right here. And then I'm going to put a line of glue on the outside right here. Hope I'm in camera. Okay. These are kind of fun because they're so easy. And then you're just going to fold it over. Like so. they're so easy, and then the fun part is you get to decorate them, and there's not that much involved in making it. And then we're going to fold this up in half. And then we're going to put a line of glue right down the middle here. And I usually go right beside there and right kind of on, make it a kind of a thick line like that. I don't want that little swirl at the top though, so I'm going to get that off of there. There. Then you just fold it up. Try to line up your sides a little. That's it. And then squeeze your glue up and out of there. Okay? Put it on my glue book. Because I don't have a paper towel right here. Okay. So that gives us our accordion. Okay? So then, let me look at the sample. Then looking at the sample, it looks like we just put a piece of paper here, decorated it, piece of paper here, and then we put a tab on it. And that way, like if you wanted to put it in a book, you could put it in, like I would do it sideways, and you could open it this way if you'd like. In that case, you wouldn't need to decorate this, but I'm going to go ahead and decorate that because I think it would be cool. And with a tab would stick out of here, or you can just put it in here and the tab will stick. So looking at our papers, this is kind of cool. I really love this paper. So I'm going to cut a piece to fit right on there. Get a pencil. To go about right there. We don't want it to be exactly on there. We want to leave a space. We could probably tear it actually. Okay, let's do that. Now this one is obviously skinnier than this because this paper was probably a wider sheet when I got it. Okay, if we put this on a line, okay, and then where's our line here? Okay, easy enough. Okay, so there's one piece right there. How easy is that? Okay, so I'm going to just do this with a glue stick. This also reinforces the craft paper. Oh, I love it. Okay, and then I was going to try and use this paper somehow. Maybe we could put a pocket right on the front. I don't know. Or maybe we could just decorate the back like I was gonna. So kind of cut off the birds. And it needs to go this direction. I could piece it, or I could use a piece of book page. Not this one though. Let me see. You have to make sure these came out of a Dollar Tree book. So you have to kind of make sure that there's nothing on it that would offend anybody. And there's not on this, so maybe. Let's try this. I'm going to tear this and see what we come up with. Okay, we want to take this off. Take this off. Okay. Then, oh, I think that'll work out good. So let's just tear right there. Okay. And then I don't want that to be the biggest thing we see, so so I'm thinking we could put this on there, and then okay, I'm going to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and distress this piece. We'll put that on there with a glue stick. And then I do have this little square. We could just put that on there. That would be okay, huh? And we have this piece left. We could make a little belly band on there. Oh my gosh, maybe we should make it on the front. What a cute idea, huh? That'd work. Okay, I think we're gonna do that. But I'm going to need art glitter glue. I'm going to make this on the back, like back here. But I like the idea of having this paper here. But it might get stuck, so maybe we'll leave that out. We'll just put a belly band on with our art glitter glue. Oh, what a cool idea. And then we'll put a tab up here. This will be our back, so we'll just put a decoration on the back. And I have an idea. Let's see what we have in here. I'm looking over here. I have a drawer that's got little bits of stuff in there. Okay, I kind of thought we could put one of these girls on the back. And I know we have not used this girl. So I'm thinking I would like to use her. Or we could make her into a journaling card to go in the front. Oh, that would be kind of cute, huh? Let's back her. I'm already changing my mind 50 million thousand times. Yes, let's back her. You know what? I'm just going to cut a little tiny bit off this coffee coffee dyed index card. See if we can get that to fit in there. Yes. And we're going to put her on here. Yes. Okay. It doesn't help decorate the other side, but okay. And then we want to put something down here. So let's look for a word or a label or something to put right down here. Let me find my too big, but oh, this one. You are enough. Love it. Oh, have good intentions is good too. I think believe it is possible is the one that's going to go there. We'll just trim it up. I'm just going to trim this down to there. I'm going to make sure we don't see any white on here. And we're going to glue that on. Oh, I love it. Okay. We have to come up with a tab right here to pull it forward. Okay. I'm going to trim just a smidge right off here. Perfect. And then I don't know if I want to put the tab on this side or leave this on the back like this and put our tab on this side with some sort of a decoration. But then you wouldn't see her. So I think it's got to go on here. Okay. Again, let's see if we have a black and white tab of some sort. Oh, we do. We have all kinds of them. Look at this one. That'd be kind of cool. I kind of like that because if it goes like this, you see it right here, then you will also see it on the back side, which would be perfect. So we're going to use that one. I'm going to leave, I think I'm going to hold this one out. Some sort of flowers or something. No, maybe we'll wait. Okay. Okay, let's see what we got. We want to go ahead and put our tab on, so I'm going to just ink a little bit around it. I'm going to use our art glitter glue. our tab right on here, and then fold it in half to right there. Okay, I love it. So now we just have to put something on the back side, and I don't want to put another person on here. Let's see what we could put on there. I'm making a big mess is what I'm doing. Okay. What if we looked for a moth or a butterfly? Oh, I like that. I wonder if we have look at that one. I wonder if we have a back. These, a lot of these, not all of them, but a lot of these are from Louisa Heinzel, and she gives you backs. Like this one is not, but this one is. And she gives you plain backs like this to put like underneath them. And I'm thinking that that might be okay like there. Just trim this just a smidge. I like that a lot. So I'm going to do that. And part of doing that is we want to create some faux antennae. Now, I know moths don't have them. Butterflies do. Moths have like straight spiky things, but we're going to pretend, okay? So I'm going to maybe not. This is a precision one and I love it, but it's skinny, so it works great when you want to be precise. Okay. Oh my gosh, now I've got it stuck to my fingers. Okay. Okay, then we real quick want to get this one on. Okay, then we can put this one on. We'll be able to place this now, since I have that other one down. We can place this a little better. I think I like it. What do you think? Okay. Oh, I love this. And then we can make little tags or leave it empty for whoever. But look at this. Oh, love it. Okay, stop gloating over your piece, Tommy. Let's see what we got. Let's bring our journal over. Oh, I love it. Look at that. And that can tuck right back in there, or we can put it right like that. I love it. Oh, that would even be cute right in there. It might get stuck on the pocket though, the belly band. I think I like it back here. Ooh, I like that too. We could change it around. Oh my gosh. This is the process of Tommy making a journal. Each signature is like a test. Okay, let's see how we are for time. This will be a short one. But let me see if I can come up with an idea for our other signature. So this signature is good. Then we have, if I can come up with another piece for this one, then we can combine that into one video. So I'm going to go try and come up with something to put in there, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and I was looking through like my batch of things that we did, like my Roxy's Weekly Challenge or different things that people have shown. I'm not sure if this was a Roxy's Weekly Challenge or not. But I found this piece and I just loved it, and I thought this would be a good piece to fit in our last signature. So we got to figure out how we make this. So it looks like I have 2 book pages connected, and then they're backed with other papers. So we need to find 2 book pages, and I don't know how much of that shows. Not too much shows. So I'm thinking that we could use this, the pages from this book again. This was a Dollar Tree book. Make sure there's not anything on there that I don't think we should not see. I think we're good with these 2. Okay. And then we're going to need something to back them with. And this is coffee dyed lined paper. And I have some coffee dyed lined paper. So that's where we'll start. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to cut these down, because the inside of our belly band is only, with the glue on it, it is probably, we want it to be less than 7 inches or about 7 inches. So let's see where 7 inches is here. Oh, that'll work then. If we just take, yeah, if we just maybe take this off. Let's go down. 7 inches is right about there. So we can make it a little smaller. It won't hurt to make it a bit smaller. And I like to keep anything that has like page numbers on it, because I use those. Okay, that works. So we've got it at about 7 inches. A little less. That's okay. And we want to make this one the same. So let's save our page number. Okay, and then if we put these together, rip right about there. And then these I'll use for stamping or something. And then it needs to be quite a bit narrower because we know that we can only go about 5 1/4 across. So I'm going to go ahead and take we'll rip that off. See how close we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's perfect, really. Let's make this a little bit straighter edge and we will call it. Now this will end up being smaller than our sample, but that's okay. We're good. And because I've got like no specific, wow, I'm going to get my cutter out and straighten that baby out. Wow, I cut that pretty crooked. I just want to make it a straighter edge. Okay. Then we might need 2 pieces to back that with. So we're going to back it. Does it back it all the way over to the edge? Pretty much. It covers the whole thing. So that's about the right length. And then another one about that same size. Okay. Put all our scraps up there. And it looks to me like this piece has some padded paper that's stapled in it. Okay, this one just has a flip out, and this has a pocket. So let's go ahead and let's line our insides first. And it looks like I put it together actually with masking tape on the inside. It looks like this is a piece of masking tape right in here. We glued these over it, and then we have fabric on the outside, so that'll work. So let's get our masking tape. I'm going to turn these this direction just because it's easier for me to tape like this, I think. Yep. And always when you're piecing things together, you want to leave a bit of a gap in there. Because depending on what you put it together with, you want it to be able to fold. So I'm going to leave just a bit of a gap there. Perfect. Okay, easy enough. Now I'm going to go ahead and glue these pieces on. I woke up this morning with, I think I have a scratch or something on my eye, and it feels like there's something in there. This happened about a month ago, so there must be something going on with my eye. And I spent a day, you know, trying to get something out. I irritated my eye, trying to fish something out of my eye, find out what's in there. Is there a hair in there? Is there an eyelash? You know, I mean, it was awful. It was so annoying. Well, I woke up with the same thing today, and I had to go to work this morning. Somebody called in sick, and perfect. And it was driving me crazy. And the only thing that really helps, literally, is to go to sleep. And for some reason, it seems to settle down, whatever that is. But I can't really go to sleep. I laid on the couch for a little bit, but you know, you can't watch Wheel of Fortune and try to guess if your eyes are closed. So that was kind of annoying. Okay, so we've got our, that's the inside, right? We've got our inside like this. And then we staple, and then the outside we can do, okay. So our inside is done. We just need our papers to put in there, but I don't want to do that yet. But our outside, I'm looking at it. Let me see if I can hold it out here so you can see it as well. So this is our outside. So we have it decorated, but then we have a flip out here. So let's make a flip out. This is just paper. And I thought we could make it out of one of these papers. Maybe. That would be kind of cool, huh? Or this one would be nice. If we did it like this, I think that'll work. Okay. And then this goes all the way over to the edge, so we want to take it right over to I'm going to go just like a real smidgen inside the edge, like that. Okay. And then, so that will go there. But then do we want to put something in there to cover it, or? Oh, we put a whole thing on there, but I would have liked this to have been on top of that, I think. Okay, let's glue this on. Okay, no, we want to glue it this way, right? Got it, Tommy. Okay. Okay, good. We got that. Then we're going to decorate this, but we also need to decorate this. So I'm really liking this paper. So I'm thinking that we're going to cut this just a little bit smaller, a little bit narrower than that. So this could go right here, and we won't take it all the way up to there. We'll just take it to here. Oh yeah, that looks pretty. Okay, let's glue that on. I think when I made the other one originally, it must have been something that Rachel at Roxy Creations did, because it's got some old looking papers in it, and that's pretty much how she creates everything with really cool Italian papers and stuff. So I'll bet I did that for that. Okay, so there's our basic. And then back here we have a pocket. So we need maybe just trying to use the same papers that we use throughout the journal. This will be a pocket, but I want to back this. So I have an extra piece here. Let's use this. I'm going to do it this way just because this is a folded over edge. So if I don't want to sew this pocket, that will work best if I put a thumb notch there. So oh yeah, that makes that a little bit heavier. Perfect. And then we want to put a thumb notch in there. And I will use, I think this is a 1.5 inch. Circle punch. And we want to make sure that we glue this down so that it's totally glued. All right. Then I'm going to distress it just a little. I hope we can get this in our last 30 minutes of this video. Because the decorating part is going to be the part that takes me forever. So I think if I get into a rut trying to think of how to decorate it, we can... Oh, you know what? We have to put our fabric on here first and maybe make this a little narrower pocket. We could put this pocket over to the side. We could make it a side pocket. Let's cut a little bit off of each side and we'll make it a little narrower. Yep, that'll work. And then we need to have fabric. So how about if we find that muslin that I had in here? Let me see if I have anything else. But you know what I do have? I do have a piece of this one. That would be long enough. We put a piece in there like that. I don't know. Let's see. Actually, I'm thinking maybe this side so we can save the rows for something else. So I don't know if it'll let me rip. No, I'm going to have to cut it. If this doesn't work, we can always use the muslin. I would like to fray it a little. We do that. Okay, so I'm gonna save that for a piece for a cluster or something. Okay, I think we need to use some Fabri-Tac. And I'm not liking that this is got, it's got pinked edges, like from pinking shears. I would rather have it not have that. Because that keeps it from raveling, and I would like it to ravel. Okay, so we're going to get our Fabri-Tac. And I want to pick the skinniest part here. Okay, so I love when I do Rachel's challenges and she combines fabric and paper. I absolutely love it, but I wouldn't always necessarily think to do that. And I think that she's the one that got me started and why I was interested in adding like fabric to the outside of something or to a page. I think she's the one that got me kind of started on that. Okay, that looks way cool. Very cool. Love it. Okay, so we want to get our pocket on, and since I have my my Fabri-Tac out, let's just put this pocket on with Fabri-Tac, huh? So we're gonna maybe maybe baby. There we go. Okay. And we're going to just put this maybe right on the edge of that fabric and there. I think that'll be cool. Okay. So now we have our flip out, we have our pocket, and we have our inside. So now we want to decorate and add our papers. I think that's pretty cool. So with that in mind, we had a leftover one of these. I think we could use, let's try maybe a piece of this. I just use, it looks like I just used all kinds of different stuff, and I actually have some envelopes here that I was working on a project that we could use part of that. So I'm thinking that if we hold this and then fold that, and I think I have a piece of envelope paper somewhere here. Oh, here's one. Let's see what other kind of paper we have. I have a piece of this that would be perfect. That. kind of thinking I would stick this in here like this. Put this over here. Put this behind it. And maybe put this one in here. And we will cut that. Okay, and then it looks like we just have a couple layers of different papers. And I think what we could do is stick like a piece of this under here, because that matches what we're doing. And then we just need a piece. I want to put a piece right there, and we can staple that. Oh, I didn't even put a piece there, so hooray. Let's use, I'm just looking for what we have left. How about that? Okay, perfect. That's going to go inside, so we're going to go, okay, so that's going to go right there, and we're going to staple that there. Love it. Let me see if I have my tiny attacher. Perfect. I'm not decorating yet, so we're going to leave that there. That's there. And that's there. So we're good. Let me see how we are for time. Okay, we're close. Okay, so we want to do a little bit of decorating, or we want to put a tag in here. Let's make a tag. I think that's what's most important, that we get a tag for right back here. Let me see if I have a tag already made. Here's kind of a cool looking tag. Love it. Okay, so we have our girl pictures. I think we could find a picture. Let's try her. I'm thinking we could do this. That would be nice. And let's find, and I think I might just put got a prettier butterfly actually. Let's put her up a little higher, and we will put this, oh, you know what? Oh, I got an idea. What if we cover up one of her eyes with this? Oh, I like it. Okay, it's a go. Where's my glue stick? Cool is that? Okay, so we're going to just cover up her eye like that. Oh, I like it. Okay, then we don't need to put another butterfly on her, I don't think, down here. No, we don't. Oh, I like it though. I think I'm gonna. Okay, let's get her on first. I don't even know if I'm on camera here. I'm getting so excited. I'm gonna put her pretty up pretty high, I think, like up here. And then we'll put this butterfly right here. I love it. Okay, it's on. And then all the way throughout this journal, as we decorate, I may do some, like, I think this just could use some gold splatters or black splatters or something. I'm not sure. But I did see a piece of material I thought would make a good top, because we got a piece of black and white left. Look at that. Yep. So let's make a eyelet in there. We'll put a dark one, I think. Okay, and we're going to just punch a hole right about there. Put an eyelet in. Perfect. I'm really liking this journal just to kind of go through and do some different things than what I normally do in journals. I really like it. Trying to kind of branch out a little bit and do some different things. Okay, and we've got our tag. We need to decorate this. And I think I want to round the corners, which this one here is not rounded. But I really do think I would like it rounded. See? Yeah, oh yeah, perfect. Okay. Pocket there, writing here, our notebook here, and we just have to decorate this. So I'm going to try to decorate and fast forward so that we can get this all into one video. Okay, I'm back, and we're going to round this signature out with this piece that we just made, and I'll just show you real quick what I decorated it with. So I put a scrap paper here, a label here, one of my Kraft butterflies, but I colored it in with a yellow ochre a little bit, if you can see it. And then I had these two lace butterflies, that's part of my collection, and I put a little faux antennae there. I used a piece of my Kraft strip that I just zigzagged on, and then I used the rest of our, all of our leftover book page that we tore off to create the book page, and I glued those in there for a writing space. So then when you open it, we already saw this, there's writing here, there's pieces of paper for somebody to use or write on there, and then there's this here. And I'm not sure, I wasn't sure if I wanted to put something else right here or not, but that will slide right in there, and I love it. So that wraps up our video, and I want to thank everybody, all my subscribers, past, present, and future, to let you know how much I really appreciate you coming and watching my videos, interacting with me in comments, and I will see you in the next video. We're going to just keep on working on this journal. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.